From the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. Just a short time ago, the Buccaneers emerging from their tunnel to the roar of this frenzied crowd here in the Sunshine State. And we're in the big ship, and fittingly, everyone here ready to do battle as Tampa Bay gets ready to match up with the Denver Broncos. Fielded just outside the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Here's Allen. Throw left side complete. That's Mullins. 5 yards on the game's first play. 2nd down.
I like it. I like it. I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game. And you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. And gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Allen's throw taken in by Chark. And he'll be corralled right around the 34.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On 2nd and 9, Allen. And Shark calls it in. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And defensively, these corners struggled last week. They're struggling again here early on the opening drive.
And you know that was not unnoticed on tape. So when they saw their struggle last week, guaranteed it went right into the game plan. Attack them early, see if they're going to play any better. And if not, you keep the pressure on them until things change.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
On 1st down, Mullins looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. He was brought down there by Julian Love. Second and 10. Allen now looks to throw. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Justin Jefferson with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Bucs take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Throwing on first down is Lance. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. They could not ask for a worse start. You give up a touchdown in the game's opening drive, and then you turn right around and throw the interception on your very first play.
And this is where the coaching staff has to earn its money because they've got to calm these guys down a little bit. Just as you noted, a horrendous start, both sides of the ball. But now the defense, which gave up an opening drive touchdown, they've got to go out there now and start playing like the team they want to be.
Flush to his right. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Josh Allen taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Bucs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It's almost human nature, isn't it? They score on one play. You come out on offense, you try and do exactly the same thing. They tried the deep ball. Couldn't quite connect, but give them an A for effort.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. And they fake the handoff. Now Lance on the move to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Lance now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He finds his man, complete. It's Warner. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Lance looks to throw again. His throw incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Here's 2nd and 10. Lance going to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, they'll throw it with Lance. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. On fourth down, punt coming from Braden Mann. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. 5-3 their record at the halfway point, and you have to imagine that there are folks saying, hey, if we do that again in the second half, we're 10-6 and we're a playoff team.
I do think, though, that they have a couple things working against them. And number one, the schedule, that's going to toughen up a bit because they've got some division games down the stretch, and those are always difficult. Number two, you know they've got to stay healthy. That's the key to getting to the playoffs and winning in the playoffs. But they've got a shot at it. This is a good football team.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. And this one is incomplete.
Well, you got a receiver who's got 1 touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To the air, Allen. Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it, and the Broncos will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Offensively, might be thinking, what's going on here? 1 for their first 7 throwing the football.
So maybe they're thinking about rethinking their strategy a little bit right now with the way that they're throwing it around, not having that success. Might have to lean on the running game for a little while and see if they can get him back in form.
Off of play action, here's Lance. Rolling to his left. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And, it's incomplete. That would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Lance. He's going to let it go again. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Buccaneers are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end, the Joker. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Hands it off out of the gun. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. On 3rd down, it's Mullins. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Well, if you're going to give him that kind of time, he's just going to shred you.
You might as well put a sofa out there for him. I mean, that's unbelievable because I don't care who you are in coverage. With that amount of time, someone's going to shake free, and he's going to be able to throw the ball with a whole lot of confidence.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Complete. Jefferson the target. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
From the 16, Allen eluding the pressure right. And Allen will have the 1st down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact at the end. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here. This close, sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Well, I don't think that we're ready yet to say the route is on, but they have certainly looked near flawless here in this first half, and now an extra point away from making it 21-0.
Yeah, and your experience led you to say that because we have both seen those 21-0 leads come and go in this league, but this one feels pretty darn secure. And here's the other part. Even when people chip away at it, it forces you into being almost perfect on the other side, doesn't it, in order to try and mount a comeback.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Here's 2nd and 9. Oh, what a move.
The running back running out of the Wildcat. The tackle made at the 36-yard line. 5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. To throw, it's Lance. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will have a Broncos first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put
wide open, complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's a big play there for the Broncos. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Lance on the bootleg, steps away. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. A throw he probably shouldn't have made, rolling left and then throwing back across the field.
And when you do that and you're rolling towards the sideline, you've cut down your field in a big way, significantly. And the guys who play in the 2nd and 3rd level, those linebackers and DBs, they know that. And they know they don't have nearly as much space to cover. And they're hoping you try and throw it back towards the middle.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
On 2nd and 10, Allen. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Jamar Chase, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bucs continue to pull away here in this 1st half. Pass on for the extra point. And that stretches the lead to 27. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
On first down, Lance. He finds his man, complete. That's Warner. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
It's now a 2nd and 6 at the 46-yard line.
Now Lance. Going up top. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Again, it's Lance. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. A minute 55 left to go in the first half of play. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th. And they'll go for it. Lance. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a first down. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both...
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So that challenge, a successful one. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it.
Throwing now is Allen. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he's got this down to the 35. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
On first down, Allen. He finds his man, complete. That's Mullins. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Coming up on 2nd and 7. Here's Allen. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
They'll run on first down. Mullins. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. On 2nd down and 4, Allen to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. And now the Tampa Bay field goal unit comes out here. The kick by Bass is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So everything else has gone right in this first half. Kind of follows that it would for their kicker, too, as he adds 3 more onto the lead.
Yeah, and the way that this one's gone, definitely not looking like he's going to have to worry too much about pressure kicks late in the game. He can go out there free and easy, just work on his form, and he knocked that one through.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And we'll see what they want to do. Just 20 seconds remaining here before the half. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
So we've hit halftime here in Tampa with the Bucs out in front. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster the first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
From the 31, Lance. And he's got his big tight end here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Lance now on first down. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Derek Barnett in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. Flushed out right, and he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now a play fake. Lance. Trying to lay one up deep. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Bucs are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here in the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing, they're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves. We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Allen's throw is complete. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. A big play that time for Tampa Bay.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam, but notice how he keeps his head on a swivel, looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Mullins, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Third down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they showed passing formation, showing a shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice win for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
But we saw that he had a lot of success last week throwing the football, but that hasn't translated to this week. But with his team behind, I don't expect him to back off. I expect him to keep firing.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Lance looking to throw it. He's going to go up top again. And that would be incomplete. Well, they weren't... to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. No move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Brady to throw for it on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 47 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Mullins, and he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On 2nd down now, it's Mullins. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And this Buccaneer offense is running away with this one. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. But he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Now this throw caught left side, and he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly
under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Another try after the first down sack. Brady. That's caught. It's James Washington. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
On the stop there defensively, Marcus May with a tackle. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Eddie, cover! I got you, boy. Hey, Mike 50. Mike 50. I'm coming for you. You mine. Mike's 50. Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. All 50. Let's get Mike's 50. Let me go.
From the 17, Brady. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 6. Brady now to throw. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. McManus's point after is good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. On 2nd down, it's Mullins, and he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. DJ Chark, 77 yards. And the Buccaneers are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Tyler Bass now for the point after. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. Brady's throw hauled in by Washington. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Throwing on first down is Brady. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10, down at the 31. Now Brady. He finds his man, complete. It's Warner. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Squeeze, double. Check 37. Mike, 55. Check 55. Ozzy.
Now Brady. A triumph for Washington, but the pass intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. Guys, you look up at the scoreboard, and they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Working with a 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Mullins takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The Bucs on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Allen off the play fake. Escaping the pressure right. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of it, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
79 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. On 3rd down, it's Mullins, and he does not get to the first down marker as they stop him at the 19. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout. That will be their third and final stoppage, as they'll only have the 2-minute warning now remaining. And now the Tampa Bay field goal unit comes out here. This from 36 yards out. The kick by Bass is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that doesn't...
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Brady. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep. Back over the middle. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. So they elect to decline it. And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. They'll keep it on the ground. Mullins. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down. Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier. They need to get this to the 24 on third down.
Let's go, D. Big series right here, so we got to step it up.
Now Allen. Open man right side is Sharp. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out. Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection. So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction.
Get ready. 15's the mark. 15's the mark.
Allen down to a knee, and that should just about do it. So this offense, which was humming all game, ends on a negative play. We didn't see many of those as he takes the knee, but what an explosion and a good win.
Can we call it a negative positive play?
There you go.
An oxymoron to end the ball game.
And they can watch the clock go down and celebrate the victory. The Chargers, it's one thing to win, it's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Where were they clicking on offense?
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator,